The term Satanism evokes a potent and often distorted image, conjuring notions of ritualistic evil and malevolent worship. However, a closer examination reveals a diverse and often misunderstood landscape of beliefs and practices. It is crucial to dispel the pervasive misconceptions surrounding Satanism and to differentiate between its distinct forms, particularly theistic and atheistic Satanism, to achieve a more accurate understanding. The most prominent and widely recognized form of Satanism is atheistic Satanism, exemplified by the Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey. This philosophy does not involve the worship of a literal, supernatural Satan. Instead, Satan serves as a symbol of individualism, self-indulgence, and a defiant rejection of traditional religious doctrines. LaVeyan Satanism champions personal liberty, self-reliance, and the pursuit of earthly pleasures. It advocates for living according to one's own desires and rejecting societal constraints imposed by conventional morality. This form of Satanism is fundamentally a philosophy of self-empowerment, emphasizing the individual's right to define their own path and live according to their own terms. The Satan of LaVeyan Satanism is not a being to be worshipped, but a symbol of rebellion against perceived oppressive forces. Conversely, theistic Satanism involves the actual worship of Satan as a deity. This form of Satanism is significantly less prevalent and encompasses a wide spectrum of beliefs and practices. Theistic Satanists view Satan as a real entity, and their rituals and practices are centered around honoring and worshiping this figure. It is important to acknowledge that theistic Satanism is a much smaller segment of those who identify as Satanists, and its practices vary considerably. A significant challenge in understanding Satanism lies in the prevalence of misconceptions and sensationalized portrayals. The association of Satanism with evil, violence, and criminal activity is largely a product of media distortions and the actions of isolated individuals who misrepresent or misuse satanic symbols. These portrayals often perpetuate harmful stereotypes and obscure the reality of satanic beliefs and practices. The symbolism utilized within Satanism, such as the pentagram, is often employed to represent individualistic and anti-authoritarian values, rather than inherently evil intent. These symbols are often stripped of their original context and used to create a false narrative of danger and malevolence. In conclusion, Satanism is a multifaceted phenomenon encompassing a range of beliefs and practices. Atheistic Satanism, with its emphasis on individualism and self-empowerment, stands in stark contrast to theistic Satanism, which involves the actual worship of a deity. It is imperative to distinguish between these forms and to challenge the pervasive misconceptions that have clouded public perception. By approaching Satanism with a critical and nuanced perspective, we can move beyond sensationalized portrayals and gain a more accurate understanding of its diverse and complex nature.